Many players, even some of the most famous ones, have their own good luck charms or rituals. Some believe that certain objects hold mystical properties that will give them the cards they need. Others think that specific rituals significantly increase their chances of winning. But do they work? Before we answer, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss new videos. This is Poker Time. Let's get started. Number 5. Card Guard. In the Wild West, poker was played outside or in saloons, where a gust of wind could flip the cards over. When this happened, the dealer had to discard them in a fold.
I'm playing these, mister.
So, players began using various items to protect their cards, leading to the creation of card protectors. Nowadays, card guards are just a part of a poker player image, but many believe they have supernatural powers and use them for good luck. Poker Time teaches you the theory while Pokerist puts those skills to use. Learn to play poker with a tutor, complete quests with friends, participate in MTT tournaments and win prizes. Follow the link in the comments and get free chips. Umberto Brenes, for example, two-time winner of the World Series of Poker Gold Bracelet, uses a shark-shaped card guard, earning him the nickname The Shark. This charm bestows him with what he needs to gobble up all the fishes.
To see a little bit of the shark today?
Yeah, the shark is hungry today. The shark is hungry. Yeah, the shark is work today.
The next example is of Greg Raymer and the Paleozoic-era fossil he uses to cover his cards. And finally, there's Aladdin Ruskala's lamp, which, in his opinion, always brings him luck. Players often use card guards to protect them from bad beats, like covering their pocket aces to ward off bad luck. If you catch a tight player putting a card guard on their cards, it's pretty safe to say they have a strong hand. Number 4. Consistency equals success. Some players believe that clothing, accessories, or pets have a real effect on their luck. For Lebanese player Sami Farha, this token is an unlit cigarette, even though he doesn't smoke. Once, Farha's friend suggested him to take a puff for good luck. Sami refused, but did decide to hold the cigarette between his lips to see what would happen. It's been a habit ever since.
There you go. Who said that? Who said that? I want to hear it again. No fair. Let's go.
If we take a look at Johnny Chan, winner of the World Series main event, you'll see that oranges are rich in more than just vitamin C. They're full of luck, too. At first, Mr. Chan brought an orange to a game to cut through the smell of cigarette smoke, since smoking was allowed then.
Tell me your secrets, grapefruit.
Following Chan's love of fruit talismans are Uncle Ron, with his lucky watermelon, and Irish player Steve O'Dwyer's and his mango. Another example is Phil Hellmuth's Aria Game hat, with the number of bracelets he's won embroidered on the side. As of 2020, he was up to 15. So, if you see Phil in 2 hats, you'll know he's up to 30 bracelets. Some players believe that their pets bring them luck. In 2016, Jason Mercier won 2 World Series of Poker bracelets with his dog, Marshmallow, by his side. Rumor has it that Eric Seidel offered him $1 million for the dog, but Jason wasn't having any of that. It seems he's hoping to cash in on bracelets bets next year too. Number 3. Call me maybe. Another common superstition is that you can summon a specific card. There's the idea that by repeating the card you need, victory will be yours.
Laisse pour le génie, just laisse.
Need some space. Oh!
You can also repeat the name of the card to the dealer to make it magically appear on the table.
We don't want to make mistake. Please, Ali, and nice. Thank you. Easy game. You say awesome. Now we ask for brick. You know brick? Brick. Grazie, prego. No queen, I win. And the brick. Thank you. Bello, grazie, bello. Nuts.
Number 2. The cool guy never looks back. There's this special ritual when going all in where the player with the weaker hand begins collecting their things at the showdown, showing that they can't win and are going home. These players think that failure is after them, and it will ruin any plan they have. So, by showing Lady Fate their plans to leave, they believe that this will keep them in the game. Even the most famous players are prone to these antics.
Oh my God! We were gonna slow roll you, but okay.
Number 1. Sentimental value. Superstition leads many amateur players to avoid playing strong hands, like pocket kings, because they lost with these cards at some point in the past. Associating cards with zip codes or abbreviations is one of the most popular superstitions. For example, don't be surprised to see a player from Arizona go all in with an ace and a 2. Ace 2 looks similar to the abbreviation for Arizona, and sometimes that's all it takes to go all in. Remember, Jack and 7 are associated with Jack Daniel's old number 7. A pair of aces are pocket rockets, and an ace-king stands for Anna Kournikova. So sometimes you don't have to bother looking for the logic in your opponent's actions, because it all boils down to their belief in the magic of their cards. Time to wrap up our review of poker superstitions. Even though each player has their own way of inviting good luck and avoiding bad luck, it's best not to turn these behaviors into an irrational superstition that will impair you from using basic poker strategies. You could open a math textbook and find the chapter on probability theory, but there won't be a word about superstition. What will really lower your chances of winning are the dealer forgetting to deal you a second card or the obvious inability to play the game correctly. See you at Poker Time.